In previous videos I've shown you how to set up Kodi, how to get a free website, and how to set up your Evernote account so that you can keep track of all those useful code snippets. My name's Andy Wicks, and in this video I'm going to show you how to extend things a little more. We're going to modify the web page that we created, and by doing that I'm going to show you how to use some of the other tools that we've got available to us in Chrome applications. We're going to start with the basic web page that we had, so you'll need to open up Kodi and find your index.html, the one that we created in the previous videos. It's usual to have a web page split into at least three parts. There's the heading at the top, there's the content in the middle, and then there's a footer at the bottom. Now it's good to organize your work in this way. It makes it easier for you and for others to follow what you're doing. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video, and we're going to change the color of each section so that you can see that it's actually working. I'm going to start with the example we had before, and now we need a new tag, a new command called div. Div is short for division, a division of your page, a section. And this section needs to have a name, so I'm going to call this ID equals, and we're going to call it header. This is the header of the page. Now where we take a toy out, obviously we have to put the toy away. So there's going to be a slash div to close off this area. Now I'm not into doing a lot of work. I like to cheat intelligently. So what I'm going to do is to highlight these two lines, copy, and then paste 3 times. Here I've now got 3 divisions, and this is going to be content, well it would be if I could spell anyway, content, and this is going to be the footer. Now I can move my text, we'll have that as the content, so that goes in between the div content and slash content. But for those of you who've done some programming before, you'll notice that this isn't very well aligned. What's between the div ID content and the slash div should be indented. Let me show you a really useful trick with Kodi. You put the cursor anywhere in your text. You hold down Ctrl A, which selects everything, and then you hit the Tab key, and that does all the indenting for you. It's wonderful, saves a whole load of work. You type it in, highlight it, hit the Tab key, and it's all perfectly laid out. Now in the header I'm going to have the word header, and in the footer I'm going to have the word footer. So I'm going to save this, open it up in a browser, which is going to be a lot easier if I actually have the address. And there's my web page. Header, hello Andy my friend, and the footer. It's in 3 sections. But because of the way that this page is laid out, you've got to take my word for that. What I'd really like to do is to change the colour. And the way I'm going to do this is by using a style. So here I'm going to type in style equals, and I want the background to be a particular colour. So let's say red. I've left out the semicolon. Now if I save this, go back to my web page and reload it, as you can see the header section is now in red. And I can do the equivalent of that for these bits, but hey, don't want to type all of that. Control C, Control V, Control V, and then I'll have that as, say, yellow, and that as blue. I'm going to save this, reload it, and obviously I can't spell blue. Too many quotation marks. One of the nice things about HTML is that if you make an error, it's not that the web page won't display, it's just that that bit where you made the error, that won't work properly. So let's see if I've got it right now. ID equals footer. No, I need that there. Save that. It does color code things for you so you can see where you've made your mistakes. Reload that, and now I've got a red area for the header, a yellow area for the content, and a blue area for the footer. You'll notice that there's an area around it that's completely white. We'll look at that later. But the reason I'm showing you this is not only to show you how to set up your web page, but I also want to show you one of the other little tools here. Advanced Website Color Scheme allows you to select a color scheme that will work. Now, if like me, you're not very good with colors, this is a tremendous saver. What you do is you select a basic color. So I'll have, say, a lightish green. Each color has a number. So the number for this color is 34D800. And I can save that, and you'll see that the colour of the yellow section changes from yellow to a green. Now, because I'm not very good with colours, I can now select other colours that will work with it. This is mono. There are all sorts of other colour schemes. I can have complementary, triadic. For those of you who are into colour management, this is the tool. So I think I'll have a footer that is of this colour. That's C10087. And for the top section, well, the middle's green. That looks like it might be a nice colour, although I'm never too sure. FF8B40. So FF8B40. Let's save that and try out our new web page. And that, I'm told, works. That's triadic colours for you. If you have a tool like Color Theme Selector, you can choose a colour scheme that works for you, and it will work for other people too. Whether it's their favourite or not is another matter, but Color Theme Selector is excellent. So let me just recap what we've gone over in this video, because it's quite important. We've added 3 divisions to our web page: a header division, a content division, and a footer division. In a later video I'm going to show you how to set the colour styles in a far better way. But for the time being, we've had to decide on a colour that we wanted to use for each section. We can just type in the colour name, or we can be much more precise and choose one of the over 1 million colours that are accessible directly by their colour code. But if you do that, you need to make sure that the colours match each other. And for that you need the Color Theme Selector.